Actually, in my house in a village called Chico, which is on the eastern side of Hong Kong Island, and the storm is passing out in the ocean very close to us, and so the eye wall is actually passing us as I speak. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of trees being toppled over. Look, we're hearing a lot of banging. I can see my neighbour's walls about to collapse. And we're worried about the lamppost down here. So there's a lot of stuff going on, brought on mostly by the wind. Apart from the wind, we're worried about storm surges and flooding.
Hong Kong school classes suspended after torrential rain floods city, causes jams and shuts down MTR stations. Torrential downpours hit Hong Kong suddenly on Thursday night, causing severe flooding in parts of the city that left commuters trapped in their vehicles in traffic jams and pedestrians stranded on streets that had turned into rivers. The observatory raised its highest level black rainstorm warning, while Shenzhen authorities released a statement cautioning that water from the reservoir across the border would be discharged at midnight, which might cause flooding in the new territories. The government announced before 6 a.m. on Friday that all-day schools would be suspended for the day. It also urged employers to refer to arrangements under Typhoon Signal No. 8, give staff safety priority, and adopt reasonable and flexible work arrangements. Extreme conditions would last at least until noon, it added. The MTR Corporation suspended services between Shek Kip Mei and Choi Hung due to flooding near the Won Tai Sin section of the Kwun Tong line. Train services for Choi Hung to Tiu Keng Leng will be maintained at 12-minute intervals, while those from Wan Po to Shek Kip Mei will run every 6 minutes. The rail giant said it could not provide shuttle buses because of weather conditions. Videos shared on social media showed scenes of Hong Kong streets turning into rushing rivers and people being caught up in flooding around the city, while one clip showed a swamped underground railway station. The observatory said 158.1 millimeters, 6.2 inches of rain fell at its headquarters between 11 p.m. and midnight, the most in a one-hour spell since records began in 1884. In Kowloon, the northeastern New Territories and Hong Kong Island, more than 200 millimeters of rainfall was recorded between 6 p.m. and midnight. The black warning, signifying that rain exceeding 70 millimeters an hour has fallen or is expected to fall generally over Hong Kong, was issued at 11:05 p.m. for the first time since October 2021, replacing the red alert raised at 9:50 p.m. The amber warning, the lowest in the three-tier system, was raised just 25 minutes earlier. The observatory said heavy rain was especially affecting the northern part of the New Territories, including Shangshu, Taikoo-Ling, and the Shei-Ta-Kok area. The heavy rain had resulted in and could continue to cause significant road flooding and traffic congestion, it warned. At 1:30 a.m. on Friday, TMB, Long Wind Bus, and Citybus suspended all overnight bus services to ensure the safety of customers and drivers. Citybus said it would assess when services would resume based on weather and road conditions. In a Facebook post in the early hours, Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chiu said, "I am very concerned about the severe flooding in many areas of Hong Kong." He urged the public to stay in a safe place, saying various government departments were taking action to handle the situation in affected areas. The sudden downpours caused flash flooding across the city, with Eastern District on Hong Kong Island also among the worst hit areas. In one incident, water gushed into a bus near Chai Wan Road. The water was ankle-deep inside the double-decker, but the vehicle managed to navigate through the flooded roads without breaking down. Roads in Causeway Bay and Tin Ha were also submerged, with rainwater flooding a double-decker near Happy Valley. Rain also streamed into the Cross Harbor Tunnel, one of the main road arteries between Hong Kong Island and Kowloon, forcing vehicles to greatly reduce their speed as they traveled through the centimeters deep water. In eastern Kowloon, Lung Chung Road near Temple Mall and Wong Tai Sin was severely flooded. An online clip showed a car being carried backwards by the flood for at least 10 meters, 32 feet. A man believed to be the driver was outside the vehicle trying to save it. He held onto the car with one hand and a lamp post with the other, slightly slowing down the vehicle's movement. The driver of another car chose to sit on the roof, sheltered by an umbrella, while seeking safety above the floodwaters. In another clip, a woman holding an umbrella struggled to stop herself from being swept away by muddy water roaring down a road. She was carried along by the flood for about 50 meters. In Hum Hom, parts of Wu Street and nearby Bulkley Street were flooded, with residents wading through water and vehicles crawling along. Train stations did not escape the downpours. At about 12:30 a.m., rail operator the MTR Corporation announced that stations between Whampoa and Kwun Tong had to be closed, with passengers told to leave for their own safety.
Oh shit! 这个拉的没 shit!
At Wong Tai Sin Station, rainwater flooded a platform. The entire escalator is full of water. "We are like sailing a vessel," said a woman on board a train at the station in a social media post, uploading a video clip showing the river-like platform. "Even Wong Tai Sin can't save you," she joked, referring to the temple god in the district. Another online video clip showed serious flooding in Choi Hung Station. The rail operator said, "Recovery work on the Kwun Tong line will continue as far as practicable during non-traffic hours. Friday's train service arrangements will be announced based on the progress of recovery." Earlier, at about 11 p.m. on Thursday, the operator announced the temporary closure of some exits at Chai Wan and Sheungshui MTR stations was necessary due to flooding on nearby roads. The concourse of Chanwon Station also experienced some flooding. It was the same story at some shopping centers, including a Wong Tai Sin Mall, where chairs were spotted floating in the water. At a mall in Wan Sui Estate in Chai Wan, the ground floor was filled with ankle-deep rainwater. A car park in the same estate was also flooded,